Hello, everybody. It is great to be here one more time today. And my name is Gary Fowler. I'm a serial entrepreneur and investor. Been involved in 17 startups and several unicorns. I am the CEO, president, and founder of GSD, Get You Done Venture Studios. We are a premier AIM quantum venture studio located in Silicon Valley. We have a super scaler, GST super scaler. We've got advisory, and we have a venture studio. The key is helping those companies attain unicorn status. And with that, I've got an incredible person here, my good friend, Leon Eisen, Ph.D. He's an inventor, a serial entrepreneur, CEO and chairman. He's a senator at the Grand Assembly of the World Business Angel Investment Forum, now associated with the G20, speaker, technology guy, PhD in physics from Weizmann Institute of Science in Israel, and studied entrepreneurship at Harvard University. He's deeply involved in the system. He's an investor, he's an advisor, and he's all around a good guy. So with that, I'd like to bring my good friend Leon on board. Hi, Leon. How are you doing today?
Hi, Gary. Hi, my friend. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you. So got a question for you. So as you were going down through your research, when did you come to the point where you said, I want to be an entrepreneur?
First of all, thank you for amazing introduction. I just asked myself, is it everything is me?
You resemble that remark.
Yeah, is it me? Okay, good. It happened just occasionally, maybe because all my life I was looking forward to become scientist because I was grown in scientist family. My father was professor, but in law. I'm physicist, and I did my PhD in optics of electronics and quantum and postdoctoral research in quantum computers. And my professor created his own company, established his own company, and I got a call when I was finishing postdoctoral research and planning to get into professorship tenure or something like this. They called me and said, "Okay, guy, you know why professor has so small salary? Because everything what professor is doing, you can chop on 50 years." Because it will be applied only in 50 years. So would you like to have a good salary and do something today that really works? Or you're going to continue to leverage every month papers, articles that really do not any difference? Okay, so it convinced me. I was convinced. And I left science and I became an engineer. So I led a laboratory in this startup. And actually, we were making the Google Glass years before Google Glass just was created.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was one of the first see-through goggles. Huge, very nice technology. And so I spent a year there, and it was very difficult for me because I wasn't engineer before. I didn't know what is it tolerances. I know what is it phenomena, because in science, what you're looking for, phenomena. Okay, there is phenomena. I have a paper today, new paper. And this is totally different. Everything is totally different when you are engineer. And the next day when I prepared something, people asked me, VP R&D asked me, where is tolerances? I said, what is it? So, and in a year, working hard and just, I ruined my mind when I learning how to be engineer. And I understood that I can be freelancer. Why should I work with this company if I can sell myself to many companies in parallel and definitely make more money? So I left the company and became optical designer freelancer. And it was quite successful. I have a lot of companies hired me and many in line. But also in 3-4 years, I get bored from all this switching the gear every day. That's not easy. And I expected something more. I was grown like engineer already. And I was invited to manage medical. I was specifically working with medical devices only. And was involved in creation of unique and world-first medical devices in companies like Orsense, Beto2, and others, amazing companies. And in 2008-9, I was invited to manage, like CTO, to manage building device from the scratch to the market, and we did it for the year. So the first time, before I was doing something sensor, something small. Now I managed to do everything. I like it, really. And also it changed my mind because I had to ask, you know what engineer answer? The first answer of any engineer when you ask him to do something, that's impossible. It was my answer as well. But when you manage such a member engineers, you need to do something. You manager, you leader, and even you understand that may be really impossible, you should make it possible. It was crazy time. And then I understood, I had an idea, and I understood if I sell myself like engineer, then I build everything from scratch and to the market. Maybe I can do a company. Maybe I'm ready to become entrepreneur. And it was exactly crisis 2008, 2009.
Yeah, how was it, by the way, Leon, during that time? How was it in Israel?
Like everywhere, it's very tough. And people laughed at me. Then I said, okay, I'm looking for $1 million. And people laughed at me. Today, 1 million. No any experience in business. No, that's impossible. And again, that's impossible. But okay, I managed to raise in 2009, 2010, I managed to raise $1 million and build prototype. And it's started this way.
Wow. And how was it? How was that company?
That company still exists and in a good shape. And it was so I invented. Finally, it happened that I invented the world's first wearable medical device.
Wow.
Specifically, wrist pulse oximetry monitor. Today, nobody is surprised about it, but in 2010, 2012, 15, even all people were busy with pulse rate monitors, Garmin, Fitbit. People even didn't think about medical devices. All medical device wearables on the market today, not all, but 90% was created in 2015, 2016, not before. And this time I got FDA already. Yeah.
Why was it 2015, 2016? Why not earlier?
Because wellness companies succeeded to measure pulse rate. And the market should be taken forward. And it was an opportunity because this time, market become more startup oriented, not investor oriented. So, this something moved, and the demand usually today, for example, ratio between demand of money and offering of money 1.5. But that time it was less than 1, and a lot of opportunities just open. And people just move into this area. BioBeat 2014, CardioSense 2015, and all other companies delivering wearables today, they were created this time. So this is how it happened, and we got FDA clearance, world first. And by the way, today you hear about pulse oximetry monitors, but it's only 5 or 6, not more companies have FDA clearance. And many of them were using my device like a predicate for FDA clearance. So this is where we are. And in 2020, I left the position of CEO and became executive chairman of this company. And it opened for me new opportunities, new possibilities. By the way, all my life I was thinking about freedom. Yeah. And and then I understood what is it freedom. What is it freedom? Freedom is difference between your ability and your responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Do you follow me?
Yeah.
So when you're CEO, difference is almost zero. Mm-hmm. Yes, you have ability, you can do everything, but you have infinite responsibility there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're chairman, you have more abilities even, but much less
Oh
responsibility.
no, I agree, and especially legal requirements.
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
So, and this is what's dream.
that's the
That
best job out there. That's like being retired a little bit, right? And so, how big is your business now? How much? What kind of revenue do you have in that business?
uh, I wouldn't like to talk about revenue. We have a lot of clients in the United States, even in Philippines, in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, recently it was a first FDA inspection. Every 5 years it happens, and but it was more than 5 years because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And we were, it looks like one of the first company after COVID, FDA decided to to check it, but it was smoothly. It was okay. So we went from this very interesting experience, and I understood their importance of even more importance of business processes. It's very important. And this is what I help startups today, like a mentor, like advisor. I'm working with many startups, and today I'm an official mentor at Israeli Export Institute. It's one of the biggest, maybe not biggest, more powerful, most powerful economical missions organizations, maybe worldwide even,
Yeah.
because we connected in many countries on the level of economic missions. In the United States, we have several, and this way we can collaborate just with almost all of the world in different industries. And also, at the same time, as you mentioned, I'm in the World Business Angel Investment Forum. I think this is one of the most biggest angel investment organizations worldwide and very famous. And I'm senator to Israel. And do a lot of stuff like advisor. Just today, I was in a very interesting demo day at Microsoft in Tel Aviv, and so some companies I mentored there. Well, life is very interesting.
What?
You can build everything what you want, and I'm thinking about building another two companies in parallel. I have ideas, and I start to create the team. But most important, I developed my technology, a methodology called quantum business thinking. I think we can talk about it today because it's really make difference.
Sure.
And
Let's talk
people,
about what is
yeah,
it? Tell everybody what the quantum business thinking is.
everybody knows what is it quantum thinking. Even there is a book about it, but I actually didn't understand what the author wanted to deliver. But there is a book about it, quite famous. Quantum business thinking is how to apply quantum principles to thinking about business. There are many. There is design thinking, there is a system thinking, SIT, innovation thinking. And this is specifically that belongs to the business like a whole. Because what I'm doing today with my partners, we build a company like a product built on specification. So I'm partnering today with investment bankers, and some investor bankers know exactly whom we can make M&A, sell, or IPO. But it's very difficult to select specific company, and because company is not ready, people don't think about company like a product. People think about product within the company, but I think about how company like a product with HR, with business processes, with everything around. So when or meanwhile people create their product, I come in like advisor or in the board or even some fractional CEO, and we create all the company like a product. We create business processes in the right way. We create HR in the right way. So we make order within this company. So it's like, if you get to the market with your product only, you don't have brand. Brand includes all your company behavior. And there is a notion called whole product, right? So if you take iPhone with all applications, it's a whole product. Without application, iPhone is nothing.
Mhm.
Same with the company. Without company like a whole product, just product, it's nothing because there is no culture behind, there is no processes behind, and or you have to build it. And if you know exactly specification how you're gonna build it, you can do it. And here you can apply business thinking, quantum business thinking. Why it's quantum? It starts from calibration of people mindset. I would say mind making mind place.
Mhm.
Because usually people do not accept any help. People come to me, help me. I start to help, and they're doing the same because it's a comfort zone. It's
Yeah.
very nice to be there, but nothing happens there, you know.
Yeah.
And so I do not start working with the company and help startups if they don't change their mindset. So they don't have to slide back to conventional habitual behavior. So first we calibrate the mindset and we build mindset of conscious agent.
Mhm.
It also belongs to quantum mechanics, but it's called conscious agents. It belongs to a conscious agent theory of Donald Hoffman. I don't want to get in it now because it's quite complicated stuff. That our space-time is doomed, and there is some specific geometry behind it, and we are just projection, and everything is mentioned is leading by consciousness,
Yeah.
not matter. Very interesting, and I know how to apply it and even monetize it. So this is what we did. Let's start from this, and then we apply 7 principles for quantum mechanics. You know, I can mention them. It's a duality, it's superposition, it's uncertainty, it's a measurement principles, it's a tunneling principles, quantum tunneling. You can transform this principle into the mind place to even to fill up the mind place of entrepreneur and businessman. Now, for example, take and apply to 4 quadrants: opportunity, deals, that is resources you need, feasibility, that is product, or I call it effect, and relationships of stakeholders. So all these 4 quadrants you can measure, manage using these principles. For example, how to apply dualistic thinking, or I call it synergy of duality. Usually, you reject any contradictory opinion. You
Mhm.
cannot accept it. I think this way, he thinks other way, I do not accept it.
Uh-huh.
But duality implies that particle could be in both states at the same time,
Mhm.
right? Could be it could be the wave and it could be the particle. And based on how you manage it, you can manage it like a wave or manage it like a particle. Same way here.
Mhm.
I like a leader, and I have in the Forbes, I published very interesting paper about the rise of conscious leadership, consciousness leadership. It's exactly about how to accept duality of thinking, how to accept contradictory thinking, and make something that may be in the middle or synergy. It's not in the middle. It's one plus one equal 3.
Yeah.
This is exactly, and this is the first what we learn in my courses.
Mhm.
Another interesting, and you apply to opportunities. So you have a lot of opportunities. What to choose, how to select this. One guy tells this, another guy tells that. How do I choose it? So here, this approach works. Or, for example, superposition strategy coming exactly from here. You can just listen to whole spectrum. Even there is theory about whole brain thinking, whole spectrum of brains, whole spectrum of positions, whole spectrum of information, and build from this information some superposition state, validated, and decide if it's exactly this wave function we are looking for to collapse specifically for you.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can talk about, for example, uncertainty navigation. This is the most important stuff.
Well, I mean, that's what a startup's all about, right? You start out, you don't know what's happening.
Yes,
You chart your direction.
right. And the best leader knows how to navigate what he doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you know, it's easy to navigate. Try to navigate what you
Well,
don't
what's
know.
the secret, though, Leon? How do you find those kind of people? Because that's not such an easy mindset.
Oh, it's very interesting stuff. In my theory, I investigate archetype of these people, such people, and in my companies, I hire specific people. For example, you start sales. You are looking for sales manager, right? You have the product, you are going to get to the market. Believe me, 90% of startups in the United States, same with Israel, whom they hire, the former GE account manager,
Yeah,
sales manager.
yeah,
These guys never were working in startup. They don't know what is the culture of the startup. They ask a lot of money. And I, like a young entrepreneur, I think, okay, this guy has talent, has connection, he bring me to the market. And this is where startup losing a lot of money.
Oh no, I agree with you. I agree with you.
So what I do, I'm looking for, I have to start sales. I'm looking for some kind of asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care that this asshole will be working only for the year and will say everybody after that that he created and he just make success for this company. I
Yeah,
don't care about it. He can tell everything. But he really could bring success because it should be, for example, some forward in social forward because their mind, they learn how to go through the walls,
yeah,
you know, at the same time identify all other positions and think very clearly and very quickly what to do. I
yeah,
need this archetype of guy. I need
yeah.
rebellion, this guy. But when I, for example, at the stage when I am going to when I'm going to get to saturation of sales, every time every company got to some saturation. Do I need this guy? Totally no. I need some guy who learned how to play piano when he was young.
Yeah, there you go.
Analytic guy, left brain guy,
So
right?
I got a question for you. Going, before I don't want to forget this, but when you become the executive chairman, how in the world do you manage it? Some people look at Elon Musk; he's chairman of multiple companies, CEO. But how do you manage your time? How is it, and what kind of input do you have with the company if you're executive chairman?
I delegate.
Yeah.
I don't manage my time. I don't like this word. What does it mean to manage time? Time is 24 hours. You cannot manage it at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to spend time correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way to delegate. What I do, I'm working very hard in the beginning. I learn things. I do things by myself. All the stuff I delegate, first I do by myself. And
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you why, where did I learn it? When I became CTO and manager of engineers,
Mm-hmm.
engineers didn't think I know something about what they're doing. They thought I'm PhD scientist, so what does he know?
Mm-hmm.
But I had a lot of experience already, like engineer. And they came to me and tried to screw me. That's impossible. You cannot do it. So I said, no, let me show you how that is possible. So
Mm-hmm.
even once I get into the laboratory and show one engineer how to do it by myself and then fire him. So, and I learned from my experience that in order not to lose the uh, touch of the business, I have to fully understand. No, except financials. Financials, it's a different story. I have to fully understand what people doing. So everything, marketing, sales, even devices engineering, business processes, uh, support, customer support. I do it by myself. Based on my experience, I'm building business processes. Then I hire people and teach them how to do it. So this is totally different approach. And in the beginning, I spend a lot of time on this and I am very focusing. And then I delegate and I am free for another task.
No, that sounds great. Listen, Leon, we're coming to the top of the show. I just realized.
Wow.
Closing
So
thoughts.
quickly.
Yeah, so quickly. Closing thoughts, and how do people get a hold of you?
First of all, people can go to my website. It's www.leoneisen.com, just leoneisen.com, and learn a lot about what I'm doing. They can also reach out to me via LinkedIn, and they can via our website to set up the meeting with me. So we can talk, I can help. It's a free meeting, half of hour. We can talk about their business, about how to apply even quantum thinking to their business. It's totally for free. And I spend a lot of time just helping entrepreneurs, like mentor, just for free, because I think it's time to give back.
No, that's great.
But not always for free. Half of year for free, then we will decide how we will continue.
Yeah, no, I got it. Listen, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. It's good to see you. Great to see you again. And to all my audience out there, thank you for joining one more time to GSD Presents Silicon Valley AI and Tech. And I'm your host, Gary Fowler. Stay happy, stay safe, and stay healthy. And I'll be back to you again next Tuesday with another exciting edition. Thanks, Leon, for your time. Thanks, everybody. And I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you. Bye.